Saturday, November 14th, 2020. Today is podcast day. I'm doing this, then I'm posting film favorites, then recording. I know George and Will are recording Night Guy and Baldy right now. Then I'm recording. No, that's me and Will. George and Will are doing Game Boys. Then I'm recording Night Guy and Baldy with Will. Normally we have a buddy cast, but something came up 2020 related, so we can't really do that today. But it's podcast day. What we do half of the fucking day is podcast. So here's my little piece to it. I don't know, just trying to grow, change, and evolve, and figure out, other shit that I like to do. And I found out I'm fucking old now. I know I say that shit all the time. I know, like, when I turn 40, that I'm gonna look back and be like, bitch, you were not old. 29. Didn't have back problems. No gray hairs. Skin still smooth and stuck to your bones. But I'm old. Like, I found out this week that I actually enjoy listening to jazz music and cooking in silence. Well, I guess you can listen to jazz music and also be in silence, but you kind of get what, like a relaxing session of just cooking food quietly, have jazz in the background, get all the herbs and spices, mix it up. It just feels nice. It's calm. I just like calm shit. I just like calm shit now. Like, I can't listen to old music I use. I can't listen to DMX anymore. It's just too aggressive. I just want somebody to lull me to sleep every time I listen to music. Just listen to lullabies on Spotify. I think the modern lullaby is like lo-fi, right? Like the lo-fi hip-hop or music to study to, with a little Asian girl sitting at her desk. I think there's like a cat. That's basically the millennials' lullaby, from what I understand of it. But just being relaxed, and I'm still excited for Chicago. It's something that I still think about all the time. So I gotta keep saving up to get ready for that whole move. I still think a year is a reasonable amount of time to get there. It's just tiring to think about, like, the actual move itself. Driving cross country like that, and hold up. Okay, yeah, going to Chicago. It is nerve-wracking, scary, and I don't have like a job lined up, but I'd imagine as an interpreter, like, I could just work in VRI or in the school system, especially on the East Coast. Apparently, there's like a lot of deaf people out there because of Gallaudet and RIT. Which whoever's list doesn't give a fuck about any of that information. I'm excited about that. I'm excited, like, I decided I'm changing. Like, okay, I figured some shit out. That's the name of this podcast should be changed to. Aaron Chase. I figured some new shit out. But I'd say most people know that I'm not a big fashion guy. I could give a fuck about clothes for the most part, but I realized that it wasn't that I don't like fashion. Like, I don't get fashion shows. I don't understand. Like, I went out to a mic once. This was like a couple months ago or a month ago. I don't know. Time doesn't mean anything here, but I remember Joe Beltran was like, "Oh, Aaron's got if you had some holes right here, and then you got these pants like this, and then you put some rhinestones over here, and then you look real fly. You look real fresh." And it's like, that's not me. You know what I mean? Like, Beltran pulls that shit off. He definitely looks like a model in The Gap or some streetwear shit. It looks like he could be on magazines. Like, he's got, like, Beltran has model style, and I have ex-construction worker style. Like, I just bought some Wolverine boots, some blue jeans, and a simple button-up shirt, and, like, that's me. I've come to realize. And it's easier to feel, I just, like, you know, I don't know, I went to a private school growing all throughout elementary school, and we had uniforms there. And by the way, it wasn't like Catholic school type shit. It was like shitty white polo t-shirts, white or gray, and then black slacks. And that's basically all. You couldn't have like colors or anything like that. The hair that I have, I don't even think I'd be allowed to go to the school if I had hair like this. But yeah, I had that. And then I go to middle school, and I'm already dealing with my family, and, you know, we don't need to go down that rabbit hole. Basically, super bombarding, wouldn't let me kind of play with my style or what I wanted to present myself as. And so I ended up just wearing whatever the fuck I got for Christmas and my birthday. And I don't think my mom knows the style of 13-year-old black kids in 2003. I don't think she was watching Chingy videos and being like, this is what Aaron needs to look like. He needs to look fresh. We always had like those straight build caps to the side and inside out pro clubs that were way too big for us. So yeah, we had those. That was the style then. And then over time, you just, with all the other shit, you just get to a place where you're like, I just don't want to fucking deal with it. Every time I would change up something, every time I did get a chance to like change up my style in some way, people's reaction were always so fucking big and over exaggerated and annoying. I was talking to Zero about this shit, about his cursing. That like, at this point, he doesn't curse, him and Nick Laney, they don't curse because hold up. Okay, yeah, at this point, it's not even about like morality or Jesus or anything. They just don't curse because they don't want to fucking put up with the bullshit, which I totally get. Like, if you heard Nick Laney on stage say fuck, the whole house would burn down. Everyone would lose their shit. It would be like someone got knocked out in World Star. Nick Laney was like, and Kermit the Frog, fucking, people would lose their shit. And I could see why he wouldn't want to curse. I think I know I've talked to him about this. I could see why, you know, he doesn't want to curse, doesn't want to drink, doesn't want to smoke, doesn't want to do any of that, because people are going to make such a big deal out of it. And that's what people would do with my clothes. If I changed up anything, it's always this big fucking hullabaloo. It's just a big show for everybody. And it's like, you know, I don't want to deal with that. And then, you know, I would date women because that's what I do. And that's how I roll, baby. I just get bitches, you know what I'm saying? I would date women, and then they would treat me like a Ken doll, like their own personal black Ken doll. And they would, like, there's a picture of me on Instagram where I got Joe Beltran clothes on. These fucking checkered, tight-ass, high jeans, not jeans, pants, slacks, I don't know what you call them. And then I'm wearing like a sweater, and then like a button-up business shirt under the sweater. It was like late Andre 3000. And then I had my hair in Killmonger style and this big British Sherlock Holmes petticoat. And some other shoes they weren't Timberlands, but they kind of looked like Timberlands, I think. And this girl dressed me up that way. She's a nice person, but she was like, she just, for real, we went to the mall. It was like her own little fantasy, where she's like, oh, I'm gonna make him look exactly how I want him to look so that I want to fuck him. That's basically the vibe. And dress up, take pictures, all the whole shit. And everyone, oh my God, Harry, you look so, you gotta go, oh, that's what you need to wear. Why don't you wear that? No, everyone's Mickey Mouse now in my head. But everyone's like, oh, you gotta wear all that. And it's like, I was fucking uncomfortable. I don't know how do you have any mobility in clothes like that? Shit's so fucking uncomfortable. And so, you know, fast forward to now, basically, I just went out and first time in my fucking 29 years of existence, I went out and I got to buy clothes where I was just like, this kind of fits me. I don't have words for it. You know, just going back to vibes, man. Let's drink some jasmine tea and talk to the spirit of Uncle Iroh, bro. But we went to, I went to the mall. I got the shoes that I was like, this feels like me. I got a shirt that feels like me, and I'm just keeping jeans, and I'm doing this slowly. But I'm slowly replacing all of my old wardrobe. If you can even call it a wardrobe, it's just clothes. I'm replacing my clothes with a wardrobe of what is actually me and what really genuinely fits my personality. So that feels good. I feel more comfortable when I walk around in those clothes, which is nice. The fuck? How did I start? Why did I start talking about this? Okay. I don't know. Regardless, that shift is going to be nice because then I think it just helps me kind of feel more comfortable in my own skin. And then when I go out to Chicago, I'll feel like me even more. So I have a year to keep putting together the puzzle pieces of whoever the fuck Aaron Chase is. And visually, internally, externally, all that shit. And that's probably healthy, I guess, or whatever. So yeah, that's good. I don't know. This podcast is going through growing pains. I'm trying to figure out the new flow of it, since it's not only going to be that's all, folks. Since it's not only going to be about stand up anymore, I got to figure out a new flow. But I'm getting there. All right, time to post this shit, and then I'm gonna post film favorites right afterwards.